everyone, I'm Elisa with EECC Travels, and today I'm going to show you what goes in our Disney park bag. So we always take a bag into the parks with us to carry our essentials. There's always going to be something you need, and these are the things that we have learned as a family that we do need while we're in the Disney parks. Okay, so first and foremost is sunscreen. Okay, so I have two different bottles right here. They're both SPF 50. I am a very pale person, so I use a high SPF. I put it on multiple times a day, on my face, on my arms, anywhere that's exposed to the sun. Definitely this is a must, because if you just put it on in the morning and you're at the parks all day long, it is going to wear off. So number one important thing is sunscreen. Okay, a second very important thing that we have, not necessarily in our bag, but on our bag, is hand sanitizer. So I've got these little bottles that attach to the side of the bag, so they're easily accessible, and you can refill them. So you can take off the lid and fill them back up with a bottle from home. So you've got always hand sanitizer. We're talking hundreds of thousands of people in those parks every day. Every surface you touch is going to have germs on it. A little bit of germaphobe here. Don't want to get sick on vacation. Been sick on vacation. It's not fun. So wash your hands as often as you can and use the hand sanitizer in between. Very important thing. Okay, the next important thing we have is a first aid kit. So this is a make-it-yourself first aid kit. So it's a little bag, and I have all my things that I think are important in here. I will show you. The first thing is a little pill box. So in this pill box, and this is one of those 7-day pill boxes, but instead of putting 7 days of medicine, I've got 7 different medicines. So I just took a label maker and made labels for each of the types of medicine that are in the box. And so what I have in here is Tylenol, ibuprofen, cold medicine, stomach medicine, heartburn, headache medicine, so like migraine medicine, and allergy pills, because you just never know what's going to hit you while you're in the parks, and you need to be prepared for it. Okay, other than that, what is in this bag? Band-aids, 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 lots and lots of band-aids, because the thing that is going to get most damaged in the park is your feet. Doesn't matter how comfortable your shoes are, they can rub blisters. So if you even feel the twinge of a blister starting, put a band-aid in that spot to prevent it from happening. So, and then of course, especially if you have little kids, they're gonna fall, they're gonna trip over their feet, they're gonna trip over something and maybe skin their elbows or their palms or their knees. So band-aids are very important to have. Also with that, the little antiseptic wipes and antibiotic ointment is in this bag. All in here. Okay, a couple other things. I do have moleskin. So if you really are developing a blister, carry some moleskin. This was a lifesaver to me when you're in Disneyland. I usually don't develop blisters. For some reason I did on that trip, and I used the moleskin and it saved my feet. I also have antibacterial wipes in here. So you do have the hand sanitizer, but these can wipe down any surface. So if you're if you have lunch and you want to go sit at the table and maybe the table doesn't look as clean as you think it should be, pop out a wipe it down. These can come in handy for so many reasons. Also in here, which is not really a first aid item, but I just put it in my first aid kit, is a Tide pen, because if you have a spill on your clothes, this is wonderful to just pop that spot, rub it out, and keep it from permanently staining and not having this big red or whatever stain on your clothes as you're walking around the park. So this is a good thing to have. I also carry in here Body Glide. So this is anti-chafing. It's an anti-chafing stick. It looks like deodorant. It goes on like deodorant. It is a stick. So you just rub it in the areas that you would chafe. In between your thighs, things like that, from the friction. This has been a lifesaver so many times, especially if it's hot and a lot of sweat's happening. Chafing happens very easily. So this is something that, apply it, in the morning before you leave, but carry it with you as well. So this is always in our first aid kit. And then I also carry a little hairbrush. So this is one of those little foldable hairbrushes with a mirror. And ladies, you understand, you go on a roller coaster or you go on Test Track. Test Track is the absolute worst. Your hair is going to get blown around and a hairbrush is a great thing to have. I put it in my first aid kit just because it's easily accessible. Depending on the backpack I'm using, there's a small other pocket I might throw it in, but this is just one of those things I like to carry. Also very important, we talked about sunscreen, but also protection from the sun or sunglasses and a hat or visor. Now, these are extra sunglasses that go in my bag because, you know, normally I have them on my face, but it's never failed for me. Every trip we go on, we either lose or break a pair of sunglasses and have to spend 20 bucks in Disney buying a replacement pair, where if I had these with me, it would save me some money. So since then, I always carry a replacement pair of sunglasses in my bag, and I always carry a hat because I am one of those that I wear Mickey ears every day that I go into the park. But if the sun is really, really brutal that day, I will take off my ears and put on my visor instead. Other little tip for ladies that are not fully covering their head with a hat, you may want to alternate your part every day. And I know it's a weird thing, but the sun is beating down on the top of your head and that part will burn. So one day part it here, the next day part it on the other side, maybe part it in the middle. I know that's a weird tip, but I'm speaking from experience. My scalp has burned before. So a visor is not going to protect your scalp, but a hat will. So it's kind of up to you what you want to carry. I like a visor because it doesn't keep the heat in. It's a little bit cooler than a hat, but then you know, it's a pick your poison kind of thing. Also, one thing that we always carry at Disney is ponchos. It's inevitably going to rain in Central Florida, especially if you're going in the summer or the warm months. So there's two different kinds of ponchos. There's this one here, which you can see is kind of big. It's a little heavier, but this is one of those heavy-duty reusable ponchos. We have had these for years, and when I say years, I'm thinking like probably close to 7 or 8 years that we've had these ponchos because they're so durable and they are reusable. The bad part of them is they are bulky and heavy, so carrying 5 of these around for our family of 5 can get heavy. But if you have a rainstorm, you take this and then you bring it back to the hotel, you hang it up and it's dry the next morning, then you fold it back, put it in your backpack and you're good to go, and it's not going to tear up. The other option is these little $1 one-time use or throwaway ponchos. So these just say rain poncho. It says durable, reusable, but really, you know, these things will tear really easy. They will snag on your backpack or snag as you're walking past something. You can probably get a full trip's use out of them, but they're not going to last years and years like this one does. But the good benefit of them, they're light, they're small. I literally have 5 of these in a Ziploc bag that takes up the same amount of space as one of these ponchos. So it's just one of those, you have to decide what's best for you and your family. If you want to buy these ponchos year after year or invest in some really good ones that you can use time and time again. But definitely bring you some ponchos. Another thing I always have in my bag is empty Ziploc bags. You never know when this will come in handy. I have had wet, soggy clothes that you didn't want to put in the backpack after a rainstorm. You know, it was so bad one time that we even bought new t-shirts in the gift shop, put our wet, soggy t-shirts in here and put them in the backpack. Also, if a bad rainstorm comes and you've got phones or camera gear that you don't want to get wet, put them in a Ziploc bag and that'll protect them as well. So these things can come in handy for a lot of reasons, and you see they take up 0 space. So just throw a couple of these in your bag. Something else that I have recently discovered that I really like are these travel blankets. And you see they're very small, very lightweight. There's 3 different sizes in here, and they do absorb water. So you can use them for a couple of different things. So the small ones you can use, so say it's been raining and you want to go sit down and eat, but all the chairs are wet. Pop out that little one, dry off your seats, and then it's got these little loops to where you can clip it on the outside of your backpack so it can dry instead of putting a wet one back into your bag. Another thing that's good is the big one is about the size of a beach towel. So if you want to have a picnic, so what we did on our last trip is we went to Casey's Corner in Magic Kingdom and we got hot dogs and french fries and all of that, and we went into the hub and sat on the grass and had a picnic. At that point, I didn't have these. This is a new purchase for us, but we could have put a blanket down to sit on instead of sitting on the grass itself. I will put a link in the description to these on Amazon. This is just something I've recently discovered and I really, really like them. I've taken these to Universal since I've gotten them, and I've taken them on a cruise since I've gotten them, and I have used them. They've come in handy. Couple of other things is extra socks. So, and why are they in a bag? Well, because if your socks get wet and you need to put on that extra pair of socks, you need the bag for the wet ones. But again, we talk about rain in Central Florida. I have been caught in a rainstorm so bad, so like quick, that we had puddles of water and our entire feet got wet. So at least if you have extra socks, your shoes are still going to be wet, but you can take off those wet socks, put on some dry socks, and it's better than walking around in wet, soggy socks all day. So this is, there's only 2 pairs in here right now because me and Jason are about to go on a trip, but if there's all of us, then I'll have, you know, a pair of socks for each person in the family. Another thing I think is super, super great to have in your backpack are snacks. These are my favorite granola bars. I carry these, or get a can of nuts, and instead of putting the whole can in there, just dump them into a Ziploc bag and they take up less space as you eat them. Fruit chews, dried fruit, trail mix, anything like that that's not going to get squished and bad. So you don't want to put like Little Debbie snacks or anything like that that's going to squish in your backpack. But so many times, you know, we have, say you want to get up and be at the parks at rope drop and don't have time for breakfast. You know, a granola bar is great for a breakfast item, or it's mid-afternoon and you've got a few hours until dinner time and you're in line for a ride and that hunger hits you, you got snacks. So this is a really great thing to have. And they're, you know, you can put as many as you want in here. Like I've got 4 granola bars in here right now. Oh, beef jerky. Beef jerky is another great thing to have. It's, you know, good protein, fills you up. So just snacks. Figure out what you like for your family. Put you some snacks in your backpack. And lastly, we all live on technology. So our phones, because we're using our My Disney Experience app, we're taking pictures, we're posting them on social media, your phone's gonna go dead. This is a portable charger, so I charge it at night. Make sure you have your charging cord, which I don't have right now, but have your charging cord, and then you can plug your phone charger into your phone, into this charger, and charge your phone in your pocket or in your backpack as you go. They also have the fuel rods in the park where you can buy them and use them and then trade them in. This is the same thing as a fuel rod, except it's mine, and I just charge it at night and it's good to go for the next day. Another tip is if you're in the parks, put your phone on low battery mode. It will make that battery last a whole lot longer. Okay, one more thing that's not in my bag, but a lot of people do recommend, and this is a personal thing, is a refillable water bottle. I personally don't bring one because there are 5 of us, and so if we're getting thirsty, we just stop at any of the quick service locations, get 5 cups of ice water, drink them, and then throw them away. It's one less thing I'm carrying around. But if you're just 1 or 2 people and you are okay sharing a water bottle, that's a great thing to carry. Me, I would be carrying multiple water bottles, so it doesn't work for our family, but that is something to consider. Okay, so we talked about what goes in the bags. Let's talk about the bags themselves, because I have several Disney bags or just other bags that we take into the parks. So the first one I'm going to show you is my favorite utility bag. So it's not a cute, pretty Disney bag, but it has all the features of a great backpack. So that's this one right here. It is a solid black backpack, and it is by B&B, so Bags and Backpacks is the brand. And it has these loops on the back that have mesh, so they breathe, and they have all these little loops to where you can put a carabiner here and clip something onto if you need. It does have the chest strap, so if your backpack gets heavy, you can clamp it across your chest, take some weight off the shoulders. These are nice, wide straps, so they're comfortable. This backpack also has a pocket on each side, so you can put drinks in there, or I keep my sunscreen in one, and then I keep it available if I do want to put a drink in the other. It's a very useful backpack. Also, I love these loops right here, because on certain trips, if we know it's going to do a lot of raining, I'll take an umbrella and slide it through this loop and into the pocket, and I have an umbrella with me that's easily accessible and not taking up space in my backpack. But this also has a pocket here and a big pocket here on the front, and on the inside you can see it's a huge space on the inside, and it does have a compartment on the inside. Let me show you. It has a divider compartment on the inside. So even though it's one big space, there is a divider in there. So, and it's raised a little higher, so if you've got something that you think you're going to need a lot, like say your first aid kit, you can slip it in that pocket and it's easily accessible. So this is my go-to bag. Like I said, it's not a cute Disney bag, but this gets the job done and it's a great bag. And it's very, very lightweight. Alright, my next Disney bag is a Disney bag. It is a Disney JanSport. And it is, this one was bought more out of cuteness and Disneyness than usefulness. It is a good backpack. JanSports make great backpacks. I like that the straps are padded, so that is very comfortable. But as far as holding things, there are no side pockets. There's this one pocket here and then a big open space in the middle. So it's a good backpack as far as it's going to hold up well. It's going to hold a lot. But as far as the organizational, probably not the best. Do I love it? Yes, because it's very cute and it's very Disney. But not the best as far as organization goes. Okay, next up is this one here. And I don't know the brand. I found this one on eBay actually. And we have worn this one out. Like literally it's been retired and replaced by this one. But it's a great backpack in the fact that it does have the side pockets. It's very cute. It's very comfortable. So it's got the side pockets, a front pocket, a middle section, and then the middle section also has a divider. So within the inside, same thing as the one I really, really like. It has that divider in the middle. So this one was very cute and great for organization. And like I said, I don't know the brand. It's just a really cute. I found this one. It came from China. So it's not something you're going to find in the stores around here. But I did find it on eBay for about $15, $16. And it's really cute. And it worked for many, many years. We've just worn it out because we used it so much, because we liked it so much. Okay, finally my Mac Daddy park bag is this one here. It's my pen collection bag. So yes, I have a lot of pens. I think I counted one time and there's about 210 pens on this bag. Now, let me back up. I chose this bag for its functionality. It is a good backpack. It is padded back here. It's got padding here. It does have a chest strap across the front. It's got lots of pockets. Little pocket, front pocket, two side pockets, and then it is divided on the inside as well. So I bought this one for functionality, but then I slowly started putting my pens on it, and it became something else. So this is not an everyday park bag. This bag does not go to the Magic Kingdom. Why? Because it's a nightmare getting it on and off of Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, trying to fit it underneath your seat, and Space Mountain. Because Space Mountain, you basically have to hold on to it in your lap. There's nowhere to put it. So this is not a ride-friendly backpack with all the pins on it. Now, are the pins going to come off? I have lost pins. I have switched them all to the locking backs. So see, I can take this and pull as hard as I want. The pin's not going to come off. But if it does catch on something and I yank the bag, I have lost pins. So, but I do have this awesome pen collection. I like taking this into the parks because I do love my bag. I love my pen collection. And I love seeing, especially little kids go, "Oh, Mom, look at all her pens." And they get really excited about looking at all the pens. So it's fun. It's a fun bag. And I do have collections on here. And I do have them grouped together. So in a second, I will show a more close-up of the bag just for fun. But like I said, this is not a utilitarian bag anymore. It does have a lot of space, but as far as we're talking weight, you're looking at about 4 pounds just from the backpack and the pins. That's before anything goes in it. So I haven't decided yet. We are going to Disney very soon. I haven't decided if this bag's coming with me or not, because we are flying, and it also, again, flying, having to go under the seats with a little mesh on the back of the seats, not always a good thing. But anyway, So that's our park bags. That's what we take into Disney parks. If you have any questions, please let me know. Just drop them in the comments below. If you have any other suggestions, drop those down below as well. And if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you're new to our channel, please subscribe for more videos to come. And until next time, bye. So here's a close-up of the pins. Oh yeah, by the way, they're all Mickeys. See, these are the Mickeys through the years. And you see this is a collection here. And this is one of my favorites with the jewels. And the different Mickeys go all the way down the sides. Love this one here. And then across here. And down this side I have all the Mickey Epcot pins. And yes, they are in the order of the pavilions. All the way down. And on this pocket are more pins here. And I have a lot of my year pins. So I try and get a pin for each year that we've gone. And on this side are the Mickey cast member pins. So you see, they're each of the different rides. Or the costumes. Love this set. You can see all my different... See, these are Mickey and Friends. See, Mickey and Minnie, Mickey and Donald, Mickey and Chip and Dale, Mickey and Goofy. Can you tell who my favorite character is? And then on this pocket is another collection of Mickey expressions. On the front are ride pins. Ride pins and park pins. And see, different and resort pins. So there is an organization to them. Again, they're almost all Mickeys. Turned upside down. And some of my favorites, let's see. Of course, this one here of Mickey holding Walt's picture. My Steamboat Willie. This one is Mickey being drawn. And then this one with Mickey with the little jewel pants on. So yeah, that's my Mickey pin collection backpack.